In today's video, we will have a look at the best yoga mats available worldwide. These are the best of the best mats that will hold good for any kind of yoga practice. And I've rated them on 8 different parameters, starting from their grip, from the ease to use, ease to clean, the materials that are used, the styles that are available, the budget for the mats. You'll see a scorecard for each of these mats, and I'll help you choose the right mat along with the pros and cons of each of these mats. And if after this, if you still have any questions, you can drop your comments below and I'll help you choose the right mat. Let's get started. Namaste and welcome to Fit and Calm. I'm Kushpinder. At Fit and Calm, we bring you authentic knowledge of yoga. If that is something that interests you, you may consider subscribing. Before we begin, if you are interested to check out any of the mats, the links are in the description below. Feel free to pause at any time and check them. You might find a couple of discounts for some mats. Let's get to the number 6 mat today. The number 6 mat is the LULULEMON mat. This is a mat that comes in 2 thicknesses, the 3 mm and 5 mm. And they also have the big mat for the taller yogis. The mat lies between 4 pounds to 7 pounds, depending on which option you choose from the thicknesses available. Coming to the pros of the mat, this mat has a very good wet grip and dry grip as well. This is a really good mat for hot yoga. And now to the cons, this is a mat which has a PU layer at top, so it gets dirty quite easily. Any mat that has a PU layer will stain easily, so it will be a bit tough to maintain as compared to the other mats. And these stains will be more visible on the lighter colors than on the darker colors. Secondly, this mat is not 100% eco-friendly. It has a combination of 50% natural rubber and the rest 50% is synthetic rubber, PU, polyester and nylon. Lastly, it's a mat that is heavy. The budget for this mat falls somewhere between 100 to 150 Canadian dollars at the time of making this video. And now let's have a look at the scorecard for the LULULEMON Yoga mat. For grip, the LULULEMON Yoga mat gets a 10 on 10, materials used 5, portability 7, a bit on the heavier side, padding and thickness 8 for the normal 5 mm mat, style 7, they have a few decent styles, budget 9, ease of use, from the moment you open the mat you can use it easily, it's a 10 on 10, and ease to clean is a 7. It's not the easiest to clean, needs a lot of maintenance, and an overall score of 7.9 on 10. Let's move to the number 5, which is the Liforme mat. It's a 4.2 mm mat and with some pretty designs. It's 90% biodegradable and with a PU top. Coming to the pros of the Liforme mat, it is a mat which is quite helpful in alignment. It comes with an alignment system, so it might be helpful in some of the poses, especially for beginners. Number 2, it comes in very pretty styles. They have an excel mat for the taller yogis. This mat has a great grip. And they also make personalized yoga mats. You can get something written on your mat if that is something that you like. And this mat comes with a complimentary yoga mat cover. Coming to the cons of the Liforme mat, this is a mat which has just 4.2 mm thickness and it feels quite low. They are not inclusive of people who have any issues with their joints or their knees. Secondly, it is a mat which is on the expensive side. It is 245 Canadian dollars. As of today, it is the most expensive mat on today's list. Thirdly, this has a PU layer, which by now you already know that is a little difficult to clean and maintain. It will need more maintenance than a normal natural rubber mat. Lastly, it is on the heavier side. Let's have a look at the scorecard for the Liforme mat. For grip, 10 on 10, materials used 9, it's 90% eco-friendly. Portability 7, it's still a heavy mat. Padding and thickness 7, maybe even lesser. Style 9, they have really pretty looking mats. Budget 6, ease of use 10, you can just open and use it right away. Ease to clean 8, total score of 8.3. If you've liked this video till now, leave us a thumbs up and subscribe if you like our content. Let's move to the number 4, which is the Manduka Pro mat. It is a mat which a lot of yoga teachers swear by, and this mat is a 6 mm mat, has very good cushioning. This is Manduka's signature yoga mat. And let's look at the pros of this mat. Number one is the amazing cushioning, really good for people with any kind of joint issues. And this is a mat which comes with a lifetime guarantee. So anything happens to your mat, they will replace your mat for free. Throughout your life, you can use only one mat, which is a pro and a con, I feel. With the other mats, you get to experience different styles. If it's a biodegradable mat, after a couple of years, you can get a new mat. But with the Manduka Pro, you are going to be having that one mat for your life. And if you're not someone who gets bored easily, are happy with just one mat, that is the mat for you. Another pro for this mat is that it is latex free, and anyone with latex allergies, this is your mat. Now coming to the cons. This is a PVC mat, although it is certified and tested for toxic chemicals, but it is not a mat that is biodegradable. Secondly, there is a break-in period. The moment you start using this mat, it is not going to feel the best, but it is going to get better with time. It will take some time for you to break into the mat. Another thing is the wet grip with this mat is not the best, so it's not a good mat for hot yoga. You'll have to use a yoga towel or something if you are using it for hot yoga. One more con is that the thickness can be an issue for balancing poses, but you can just get off the mat if you want to do the balancing poses as well. And it is a mat that is on the heavier side to carry. Let's have a look at the scorecard for the Manduka Pro Yoga Mat. For grip, it gets an 8 on 10. For materials used, it's an 8 on 10. Although it's not biodegradable, but still, since you are using only one mat throughout your lifetime, so you are not wasting resources again and again. That's also a good thing in a way. The portability for this mat is again 7. Padding and thickness, 10. Style, they offer decent amount of colors, an 8. Budget, 7. Ease of use, 9. It has a break-in time. Ease to clean, 10. It's quite easy to clean. Manduka Pro with an overall score of 8.4. Number 3. The number 3 goes to Kosha Yoga's Pure Mat. Kosha Yoga has beautiful mats, the best if I have to pick based on style alone. These mats are exactly the same as Liforme, but they offer much more options in comparison to Liforme, and even budget-wise, they are almost half that of Liforme. This mat is 90% biodegradable, and it has a recycled polyurethane, a PU layer on top. The top layer is open celled, and it has a very tiny layer in between which is closed celled as well, so that anything that comes onto the top layer does not really go into the natural rubber. So for the hygiene of the mat also, it's better. And now let's have a look at the pros for this mat. The number one thing is that it comes in many thicknesses, unlike the Liforme mat. This comes in 4.5, 5.5 and 6.5 thickness. They also have a big mat for the taller yogis. This mat has great grip. It also comes with alignment system if you wish to choose. They also come with really beautiful designs. You can just go through their website, and their mats are a visual treat to the eyes. Another thing I love about these mats is that they are half the price of Liforme, and they are basically the same thing as Liforme with more styles and more options for thickness available. Even if you are considering an international shipping, this is an India-based company. If you are considering international shipping, it will still cost you less than a normal Liforme mat would. This would cost you somewhere around $150, wherein Liforme would be $245. So I would rather go for a Kosha mat than a Liforme, considering so many other options are available in Kosha. And this mat also comes with a carrying strap along with the mat. Coming to the cons, this has an Eco PU layer, so the top Eco PU layer will need more maintenance. It will stain easily, especially in lighter colors. They do offer a lot of darker colors as well, so you can check those out. And they are also heavy. The more the thickness increases, the weight also will increase. Let's have a look at the scorecard for the Kosha Yoga mats. For grip, they get a 10 on 10. For materials used, a 9 on 10. Portability, 7. Padding and thickness, 8. Style, solid 10 on 10. Budget, 8. Ease of use, 10. is to clean, 8. A total score of 8.8. Before we move to the number 2 mat, let me know what mat are you using currently, or any mats that are your personal favorites that we've missed out here. Now we've come to the top 2 mats. These are my favorite mats to practice on. The number 2 mat, which can give a fight to the number 1 as well, is the Manduka Eko mat, which is a 5 mm thickness, biodegradable, and has a beautiful feel to the mat. Let's have a look at the pros. The cushioning at 5 mm is decent enough. Even with joint issues, I find that it feels soft. It will not be as soft as a PVC mat, but for a natural rubber mat, it has a very good feel to it. The texture at the top is also amazing for this mat, and overall it has great grip whether wet or dry. This mat is also really good in terms of the feel of the mat for the practice. I don't know how they've made the top surface, but the top surface is very, very good. And at the same time, it is closed celled. It's not even open celled. So closed cell mats, they don't let anything go into the mat. So for the hygiene of the mat, that is a little easier, I feel. For anyone who likes cleanliness more, they might prefer closed cell mats to open, but the open celled mats will absorb the moisture and will have better grip. But the Manduka Eko, the way they've made this mat, even though it's closed cell, it has amazing grip at the same time. This mat is 100% biodegradable, and it comes in many color options as well. The only con to this mat is that it is again a bit towards the heavier side. Let's have a scorecard for the Manduka Eko. Grip 10 on 10, materials used 10 on 10, portability 7, padding and thickness a 9 on 10, style 8, budget 8, ease of use 10, ease to clean 10 on 10. Overall, the Manduka Eko gets a 9 on 10. Now for the number 1 mat, let's have a little drum roll. The number 1 yoga mat is the Jade Harmony mat. Jade is one of the most sustainable companies I've seen when it comes to making yoga mats. The Jade mats come in 2 thicknesses, the 5 mm and 8 mm thickness. They also come in a variety of colors and sizes as well. Let's have a look at the pros for this mat. This is a 100% biodegradable mat. Also, they are very inclusive of people with any kind of joint issues that want to pick a natural yoga mat. Their mats come in a variety of options. If you want to go for a mat which is just thicker but normal size, you can go for a mat which is the Fusion Jade mat. So if you just want to go for an extra wide, extra long mat, you can go for the Harmony XW mat. And if you want a mat which is wider and longer, along with a mat which is also thicker, you can go for the XW Fusion mat, which is a great mat for anyone who's tall and has joint issues. It is a lovely mat to practice on. This mat has a great grip. It is an open-celled mat, and one thing I really like about the company is that for every mat that you purchase, they will plant a tree. So by purchasing a mat from them, you are also doing a little bit towards the environment. This mat also comes in many color options. They are plain colors, but it also comes in quite pretty options for colors. And this is the only 100% biodegradable mat which has 8 mm thickness, especially for taller yogis who want more thickness. This is the only mat I could find for myself which was longer and wider and which had 8 mm cushioning. I couldn't find any other biodegradable mat on the market which offered me these many options. So for that, I thank you, Jade. Also, budget wise, out of everything, it is a decent enough mat. It starts at about 80 Canadian dollars, and if it can go up to 200 Canadian dollars if you are using the thicker, the wider, if you're just adding on things to their basic mat. But for a basic mat, you will be able to get it around $80. The only con to this mat is that it is heavy. All the mats on today's list were heavy. If they are made with natural materials, they will be heavy. Let's have a look at the scorecard for our number 1 mat of the day. For grip, Jade gets 10 on 10, materials used 10 on 10, portability 7 on 10, padding and thickness 9 on 10, style 8 on 10, budget 9.5, ease of use 10, ease to clean 9.5. A total score of 9.1. It just beat the Manduka Eko by 0.1. If you have any questions about the yoga mat that you want to choose, I'll be more than happy to answer the questions for you. Leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, click the like button, and if you like our content, subscribe. Thank you for joining me today. May you stay fit and calm.